now we will be moving into, that's game 5 now, I believe.
Yep, so the score is 3-1 in favor of Pulse Esports right now.
Yep, so StarCraft 2 strategy is now standing out Fiasco, who's also a Protoss player. Fiasco is the one that is a player that we do not have a bio on, so I'm not going to be able to introduce you to him. But he is a good player, so I'm told. So we will see how this goes. Moving into game number 5.
Just getting our scoreboard set up here. So the score is going to be 3 for Pulse Esports and 1 for Fiasco, to see if Fiasco can bring it back. But we're ready to jump right on into game 5 if you are.
Let's do it.
All right. With minimal ado, moving into Derelict Watcher in the lower left-hand corner, it's going to be the purple Protoss. His name is Fiasco.
And in the top right-hand corner, representing Team Pulse, going on a 3-0 winning streak thus far, it is Abstinence.
Abstinence, such a strong player. His control is pretty incredible. I mean, we've seen him do these pushes, these slow pushes, and I mean, you know, it may look easy to the observer, but trust me, I've tried to do that. It's hard.
Definitely not an easy thing to do, you know, having that control and you know, sometimes being overly patient, but being patient is sometimes a good thing, especially when you're a Terran and have a sieged up line, and it's worked out well for him so far.
And we see Ineffable in chat. We've casted him several times. Happy to see you. Glad that chat is being active as well, so shout outs to everybody out there. Do us a favor also and give a big thanks to DOS Keyboard for sponsoring the SC2CTL. Just send them a quick tweet that says mention @WingNetSC and @Galligation. Send it to @DOS Keyboard. Say, hey, thanks for sponsoring SC2CTL, and we appreciate it. That would do us a big favor in letting them know that their investment in the league is worthwhile.
And also make sure to follow these teams. These teams are really cool. They've had some great games all throughout the tournament. I am extremely sad to see one of them go home after tonight, but that is the way of the world, and the show must go on. So check them out. We do, I think it's Twitter @Pulse Esports for our good friends at Pulse Esports.
Delegation, if you got chat open, you want to do some mod duties there real quick?
You got it.
Thank ya.
Not a problem. So yeah, and Twitter for StarCraft 2 strategy is @SC2S Community. You can find their Facebook at the same, and StarCraft2Strategy.com.
Yeah, do go out and follow the teams. You know, both of these teams are great and very nice guys. It's been a pleasure to communicate with them and cast their games as we casted them before. You know, all the teams in this league are just super manner players. We've really enjoyed seeing them, and it's been our duty and pleasure to get the word out about their teams as well. So SCV coming across the map now for Abstinence. He's going to be seeing what's going on as the Cyber Core is going to be just finishing. So pretty standard play out of Fiasco. The only real thing to note is he does have 3 workers in each gas. So I would be expecting either, looks like it's going to be a Mothership Core, Warp Gate, and a Stalker right away. So high gas usage calls for lots of gas mining.
And Fiasco's getting that early Twilight Council as well, and this is very proxied. He's doing that all the way out in his potential 3rd or 4th base.
This is absolutely DTs.
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen on the rare occasion the Twilight Council be proxied away outside of the base for Blink, but almost, I would say, at least 75% of the time it's for DTs.
There are 2 Reapers on the map, though, so they will be able to scout if he moves them in the right positioning. The question is, will he be able to do it?
Oh, and this probe is moving up the side here. Looks like it was out of the vision of Abstinence. He's going to be coming up into the natural undetected to see, first of all, that there's no base there, but oh, he's not going to make it past this ramp. His 2 Marines are out now. Oh, but he does micro back. He wants to put down a pylon with that probe, I'm sure.
And the SCV walks right by it, isn't able to go and follow, so he might be able to get that off.
And the Reaper's being pushed away by the Stalker of Fiasco here as well. 2 gateways, 3 gateways going down, so this is definitely a pretty common DT. Oh, gosh, it's going to be Blink. Wow. So yep. I stand corrected. Seeing that Blink was, I mean, Blink was a pretty good choice by Fiasco the first time, but, I mean, Abstinence saw it, so he could prepare for it. But maybe Fiasco's thinking if he doesn't see it, maybe he won't get as many tanks as early. But there is a factory going down with the tech lab, so we's going to see us some tanks.
That's right. And there is a bunker going down at the front of Abstinence's base. It looks like he, while he does have that orbital command going down in base, he does have a decent army for defense here. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top on this blink play. It could go either way at this point.
You know, I think when Abstinence got into Fiasco's base, he noticed that there was a pylon missing because he's preparing for both DTs and for blink. He's getting the tank, and he also putting down the engineering bay to get turrets up as well. So he's just being safe on all accounts.
Ineffable is asking in chat if Abstinence got the view of Fiasco's Twilight Council. I just checked the vision, and he did not see it, but it looks like he saw what was in the main base and had an idea of what was coming down the pipes, so he is getting that defense ready regardless.
And, you know, and it's hard to say how much these players study each other as well, so they may know some typical builds, but it looks like the Mothership Core are going to come up. Big blink coming up. This bunker is going to fall, but at what cost? Tank shots going on those Stalkers, and since they use blink, cooldown is active, and these Marines doing major damage to these Stalkers. He's just waiting for blink to get out of there. Looks like he's lost about 3 so far.
And, you know, the units lost tab, though, they're fairly even. The difference between this push by Fiasco than what we saw from Bonkers is he is reinforcing it. He is just going for it here. There is nothing, there's no macro being produced at home. Time warp going down on those tanks, that is going to be huge. Going to get the second tank. All the SCVs run forward trying to get the repair, but are unable to do so. But so many Stalkers are getting killed.
Yeah, that bunker's bad news bears for Fiascos. He had Stalkers standing right next to it for so long that didn't have blink to be able to micro back, and these SCVs are actually doing quite a bit of damage to these Stalkers by themselves.
That's right, but another group of Stalkers do blink in, and they are going to take out that bunker just as it finishes, so not much is going to get done, and now there's only 2 Marines in that bunker.
There's a tank about to finish here, but Fiasco's just going to blink right up on it.
Look
and take
at that.
It out. This is definitely going to be GG for Fiasco.
For Abstinence, you mean?
Yes. Abstinence is going to say GG to Fiasco.
There you go.
There is a Stalker that's getting low on health here if he could target it down, but aggressive blink right back to the other side of the SCV is fantastic.
Yeah,
GG.
great play.
Wow, that was cool to see. It's Fiasco definitely taking a page out of Bonker's book. Bonker didn't go as all in with the blink Stalkers, but man, after that first blink, I was a little scared because that tank was doing a ton of damage and he just could not get out of there. But you know, the secondary blink right up on the tanks was huge.
Yeah, he was able to reinforce well and able to just get the unit advantage, had some good positioning and aggressive blinks that got him advantages where Abstinence was not able to secure his own. So that does knock out Abstinence. We are at 3-2 now. Still favoring Pulse, however.
Yeah, while I get this set up, we have 430 viewers at the moment. You want to let everyone